Is up, Trouble Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Back in 2016 here on YouTube, YouTube was a completely different place. I mean, you could pretty much say and do anything and still make a lot of money. And during this time, before the Vine invasion, before the polls, during this time, one CSGO YouTuber rose to fame. That person being Leafy is here, making videos picking on all different types of people and criticizing their content. Some would even say that it was straight bullying. But regardless, Leafy grew his channel to over 4 million subscribers and was pulling 100 million views a month. But after multiple controversies, Leafy's numbers started to go down, and 10 months ago, Leafy disappeared. Now, I've seen tons of YouTube videos all over this site claiming to have the answers to what happened to Leafy is here. Well, they were all clickbait. Nobody has the answers, but we do. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tracked down Leafy and we're about to do an interview. And finally, we will answer the questions. What happened to Leafy is here? Roll it.
I haven't really been doing much, to be honest. I've been getting into stocks a bit. I set up an IRA, some bonds, pretty much that.
So you're like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, you're getting into stocks, you're doing investments and stuff. I mean, this sounds like retirement talk. Have you been thinking about coming back to YouTube?
Every now and then I'll watch a little bit of like YouTube drama or something, and it'll make me think like, oh, I wish I could, just voice my opinion on this, but honestly, not really that much. Again, it's just every now and then, every few months or so.
What was the main reason that you left? Like, I mean, you just...
Oh, there's so many reasons.
Because there's like, normally when people take a break from YouTube, they upload a video, they explain themselves. For you, you just left.
Well, where do I even begin with that? I think one of the main reasons was YouTube itself was just becoming just worse and worse over time. The monetization yellow things was frustrating to deal with,
Yeah.
but it was more than that. It was just there's so many different changes that was so frustrating to deal with. There was the copyright issues, and the entire platform was just turning. And then there was the trending page where you would scroll down and then there's like 5K views by just news headlines.
BuzzFeed or something.
Yeah, BuzzFeed and shit like that. And that combined with just a bunch of other things. I was holding Bitcoin for a bit, and also Bitcoin Cash got listed on Coinbase, but
yeah, I did well there. I did very well. So in a sense, YouTube was like, your job. And did you feel like, it just, it wasn't worth it anymore and you had enough money and you were successful enough to just walk away?
I think it kind of got to that point. And it just, again, it wasn't one big, thing that just happened. It was just a slow, more and more things to just add on top of it, and then eventually it was just the what is it, the hay that broke the camel's back or something like that.
I don't even know the phrase now that I think about it, but I remember when you didn't upload for like a month, right? There wasn't really that much, where's Leafy, like, and you were gone for maybe 6 months, and then people started asking. And then after a year, then people started uploading videos and, with all these different theories that you were on drugs or you got arrested or you got married. I mean, it was insane. And I feel like right now has been the biggest hype around you since you left, because I feel like YouTube as a whole has went this direction, this brand safe, this no swearing, no cursing, this trying to get my videos monetized direction. And you represented kind of the exact opposite of that. And I feel like the current community is bored with like the Jake Paul, Logan Paul, that whole
really
thing.
sanitized shit.
And I just see these kids, on Twitter, and they're asking, where is the edgelord? Where is Leafy? So when you left, did you think about, letting down those hardcore fans?
Well, I mean, absolutely. I have a video still saved on one of my old laptops where I was just gonna, it was like a formal goodbye video and whatnot, but I just got halfway through it, and as I said, it was just more and more bullshit on top of the YouTube. And I'm not talking just, I'm talking more like YouTube as a platform, right?
Right.
Like, I remember I'd make jokes with like YouTubers in Skype calls, like, why the is this shit getting popular? It's just like, it's like the stupidest shit getting popular in the sense of, what's a good example? Like the Logan Paul and Jake Pauls, right?
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, okay, I get it that it's popular, right? And I get it, there's content for anyone on YouTube. But then it just keeps growing. You get like, you see Jake Paul with like 50 million views a video, and it just, that on top of the fact that YouTube is just keeps rolling out these policies that just kind of seem like, yeah, if you make edgy content, it's harder. It's even harder, and it's even more and it just becomes to a point where at the same time of money coming in, I'm like,
what creators do you think are responsible for the current climate on YouTube? Like, who caused the adpocalypse in your opinion, and these strict rules?
I mean, it's really hard to say. That's like a really complex question. I don't think it's fair to say that Jake Paul or Logan Paul did everything, because if it was just them, why are their videos still popular to this day, Obviously, wherever the viewers tend to go in, that sense, that is where more content is going to come out of. It's just supply and demand, and you could blame Jake and Logan Paul, but at the same time, they're still doing good.
Yeah.
Or at least I think so. I haven't really checked in.
I think their numbers are quite down right now, but they were doing all right for quite some time. During your time on YouTube, there was a ton of controversies. Me and you had quite the controversy. But to talk about the first ones, I would say it was Tommy NC 2010, the autistic gentleman that you roasted, and then you got some hate.
I barely fucking roasted that dude. I said the worst thing I said was like, "Oh, he's overweight and he smells like Doritos." It was a very tame video, dude. I hardly went in on it, and yeah, it's bad, don't get me wrong, but people make it out like I fucking like found him in real life and was like, hey, let's fucking fist fight or something.
Well,
that shit was
H3H3,
so hyperbolic.
If I remember correctly, H3H3 at the time jumped on that, and you guys were friends or whatever, and well, he says that you weren't friends, you were just friendly, but you said that you guys were friends, and he made a video going after you, and you made a video going after him. Is there still animosity there in that situation between you and H3H3?
I don't think so.
No,
it's pretty hard to be like angry at, it's like
something that happened years ago.
YouTube is it's a massive ecosystem. The fact that someone made a video on me when I was already doing controversial stuff, it's hard to take it too personal, especially given so much time. I'm sure I was angry at the time. I mean, I made the response video, but
what about Tommy NC 2010?
No, I'm still so angry about that. Every single time I go to bed, I'm like, that Tommy NC guy.
There was the Content Cop by iDubbbz. Is there still animosity there?
Nah.
Not really?
Not really.
And then the other controversy I can think of is probably Nick Cash. He exposed you for only paying him.
Stupid as fuck. And I respect the whole grind shit, right? But, man, it's like, if you're going to come at me, go for it. And if you're going to try to make a whole thing, go for it. But just fucking attack me. Don't act like, well, he paid me $20. We agreed to $20, and they ended up paying me $50. I got fucking scammed. And the justification, of course, is, oh, he has money. Well, what the Walmart has money. If you get employed to a fucking job and they pay you even more than the amount you even, agreed to, the fact that there's something wrong with that is just ridiculous. Hate capitalism or something. Don't fucking, you agreed to it. It's
ridiculous.
When you were in your prime, there were a lot of content creators called Leafy Clones that did commentary channels. Since you left, the commentary community has pretty much died. I mean, there's still a lot of people that make these videos, but they don't get that many views. Why do you think that whole genre on YouTube as a whole hasn't been successful since you left?
I mean, I'm sure I could take some ego approach, like, oh, it's because I left, but nah, it's YouTube policies and whatnot. Ask any creator; they know how. I'm sure even you could answer this. Like, dude, the fucking policies has been very difficult to even make edgy content and even get money, and it's just. I mean, what else can I say about that? Keem, how hard is it to make a video and actually get it so it doesn't have the yellow, what is it, yellow check mark at the end?
Mean, every swear word in this, and you've sworn a lot, is being removed in this video right now that we're filming. Was there ever a video that you really wanted to make that you never got the chance to, and it just haunts you, and you say, "Oh, I should have made that video"?
I wish I made some cooking videos.
For real?
No, not really. I wish I made a few more video game videos and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but like, yeah, I play quite a few video games, but I think this happens to anyone that makes videos, especially daily, just for a long period of time. Just slowly your content, even if you're not even trying to, it just slowly starts to morph towards what people want.
Right.
And this slowly happens over time. And I don't think anyone, it just, split decision one day decides to just 180 their content. But it's impossible to not take in, you're uploading a video to YouTube. What the f is the end goal of it? The only end goal that's reasonable is for it to get views. Because if you didn't care about views, you wouldn't be uploading it to YouTube. Just keep it, just recording, keep it on a, SD file, whatever the f,
Yeah.
And you just slowly, see people's reactions to videos and your content morphs. But I wish I would have not stayed, but I wish I would have made a few more videos on video games.
Yeah.
Or something that I found a little bit more passionate.
You still can.
Guy on YouTube, because it's impossible to actually. Dude, you make so many videos against people on YouTube, you kind of just see all of it at this point. Like, yeah, this guy's doing something stupid. It's not very. It becomes a very lucrative process of just, yeah.
I also think that, you still could, like, if you wanted to. I mean, you could just make videos just for fun.
Yeah, I might just be burnt on it, to be honest.
I guess the final controversy that I can think of is when you and Grade backstabbed me. We were good friends, and, well, you guys decided to make some YouTube revenue and make exposed videos on me. Now, Grade, he's been missing as well. Do you know what happened to Grade?
I talk to him every now and then. I know he bought a house, but I don't want to speak on his behalf. He doesn't really like talking about YouTube too much, It's been over a year, so whenever we talk, we usually don't talk about YouTube related.
I know we spoke privately about this, and that's how we're even doing this interview. And, we've made peace. But, for the public's sake, why did you backstab me? In your words.
How can I reasonably justify this shit? AdSense was at an all-time high, but...
I think that pretty much answered the question. So I think
I can only speak for myself, obviously.
I think money and being successful has always been important to you, and that's part of the reason why you can just walk away. But is there anything creative in there? Is there any artistry in there that just loved making content? And
well, of course, and I still like the people that enjoyed my content as well. I know that I should have made the final video, but that's obvious. I made daily videos for so long. I was just so burnt on the website. It was unreal.
What was your favorite time during, your time on YouTube?
Oh man. Probably the Evelion or Mr. Black Darkness. Yeah, that shit was really out there. I mean, that shit is like priceless.
If I remember correctly, didn't he put a spell on you?
Yeah. It was fucking nuts because as I grew, people would just start responding, on purpose because the whole end goal was just, to get publicity and
Right.
whatnot. But Mr. Black Darkness, this is when I only had like 100K subs, less than that. So the fact that he was doing all this crazy shit, this is before the whole, reactive, genre of YouTube. It was a little bit crazy, and I was wondering, like, dude, is this guy gonna go up a skull and like fucking write my name on the side of the wall after the end of it? It was crazy, and it was nuts back then that he actually would just respond, and then
we had
in such an insane way.
And then we had both of you on Dromler, and you guys made peace, and he said he was going to reverse the spell. But if I remember correctly, he never actually reversed the spell.
Maybe he redirected it at YouTube, and it's been a little bit delayed.
Not everyone watching this video right now will remember you at all. I mean, there's so many new people, and the YouTube changes very fast. But at one point, you were at the top of the world on this platform. You were bringing in over 100 million views, and that was, 2016, which, the platform was much smaller. What was it like to be like on the top of the world and be a number one YouTuber? And how did you deal with that responsibility?
Paranoia. I mean, that kind of helped me out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Every single time I was in a Skype call, I would think that someone was like recording or some shit, because I know that happened with someone else in the past. So I was a bit paranoid, but I mean, honestly, I don't see myself as like, I mean, I guess it kind of settled in throughout like time or whatever but it's one of those things that I don't have like a private jet or something. So it's even hard for me now to see myself as like a YouTuber or rich or something, because I haven't really done much with my money besides just like invest it,
Right.
I'm sure you're living more of the crazy whatever lifestyle you want to call it than I do. I don't even have like a nice car yet. I haven't even decided to get something like that.
I was telling you to buy a car like 2 years ago, and
you were telling me to get a Stingray, and I might actually end up go through with that.
Yeah.
It's car. I need to stop swearing. I'm so sorry.
I got a Camaro. What am I saying? Convertible. I got a convertible because of the supercars, right? It is the cheapest and the fastest, and it's the best of all worlds, in my opinion. And I absolutely love mine. And it's like you get a car like that, and then it's like, it says, hey, you made it. I don't know. And it probably gives you motivation to go out and grind a little bit harder and do some more big stuff. But since I guess this is
maybe I'd still be on YouTube.
Since this is the last time I guess you'll be talking to YouTube ever, is there anything
ever? But for the time being,
being ever, is there anything that you
decreases? Go on. Sorry.
Is there anything you want to say to your fans that have been waiting for your return? Is there?
I want to say that I appreciate all the support. I'm sure some people will listen to this interview and be angered by it, right? And think that everything, it's all fake and whatnot. But it doesn't undermine any of the the appreciation for the people that enjoy your content. Some of the craziest experiences for me was just walking into like a gas station and some guy's staring at you, and then he walks up and he's like, dude, I've seen your videos, and it's like, holy shit. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and maybe I'll come back, but I don't know. The landscape does not like edgy content, and I think that if I had to bet right now, as time goes on, it's going to keep shifting towards more safe content creators. I think that in a couple of years, we'll see nothing but the Stephen, what's his last name? The talk show guy, Stephen
Colbert.
We'll see nothing but that. Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, the platform seems like it's been catering towards them. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from Leafy is no longer here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you slap a like on it. And if you're new here and you want to keep up to date with all the news going on in the YouTube community, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on. Drama Alert Nation, now over 4,400,000. That's right, more subs than Leafy. Subscribers. Yeah, I beat you in subs, dude.
Dude, you deserve it at this point.
But my friend is a sociopath.